what was that like for you to be back on this set?
I love stepping back into Sydney's boots. I mean, these movies, you can't take it too seriously. I mean, they're great horror films and they're great entertainment, and you just commit and have fun. And it's like going back to summer camp on these films, honestly. Our first experience was like being at summer camp. We were in Santa Rosa, California. We were all at the very beginnings of our careers. And
right, and you were...
This is my first lead in a movie. Yeah. You know, I had done a year of Party of Five, and I had done stuff in Canada, theater and dancing, but this was, it was a big deal for me. So
that's one of the things I want to get into here. Neve Campbell here on the Rich Eisen Show, because somebody had to knock Spider-Man and his whole thing off of the top of the box office charts, Scream in theaters near you. So how did you first come across Scream and Wes Craven back in the day? How did that first come across your desk?
My team called and said, you have an audition. And I read the script, and it's a page turner, which I figure you can imagine, because the movie is that you just like edge of your seat. And
right.
I knew it was good. I knew they had like lightning in a bottle, that it was but for me, I just had to go through the process and audition and do screen tests. And as I said, it was my first lead in a movie. I had done The Craft that year as well.
Right.
But I was like girl number 4 in that, basically. So it was really exciting, really exciting. Wes Craven, I was not a big fan of horror movies, to be honest, just because they really scare me.
I don't blame you.
But I knew how talented Wes was, and that, he was a big deal in this genre. And it was really exciting when I got it.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up a baseball fan, and I talk football for a living.
Right.
It's kind of crazy how things like, it's not like I wasn't into football, but I'm not really into that. I like going to escape.
Yeah.
Not seeing people escape death.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of the way that I go about it. But so when you first got onto the set of Scream, what was Wes Craven like? I mean, may he rest in peace, but
my gosh.
What was that experience like for you?
Actually the screen test was the first time I had my meeting with him, and he was this tall, slender, gentle man with a gray beard. He was a professor, actually, a history professor, before he was a horror filmmaker.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am. He was a very intelligent, well-educated man, amazing man. And he had this gentle energy, and he literally walked into the room, he walked like a gazelle. He was so graceful. Not what you would expect of someone with as twisted a mind.
What must his history class been like?
I know, right?
Because you're doomed to repeat so much.
Talks about the wars.
I know, exactly.
But he was he set the energy on set. He set the tone in the audition, calmed my nerves down, because I knew it was down to a few of us. And just very clear about what he wanted, and very open also to hearing my thoughts on what I thought the character should be. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful soul, honestly. Very much like a father figure to us over the years.
Neve Campbell here on the Rich Eisen Show. Did you need to be sold on the idea of doing this again?
No. I had been apprehensive at first about doing this without Wes. Because he is the reason these movies are as successful as they are, and this franchise is still going. And I thought, can anyone else do this? But Matt and Tyler, the new directors, they wrote me a letter expressing the fact that they became directors because of Wes Craven, and that they made their brilliant movie Ready or Not because of Scream, and that they really wanted to honor Wes's legacy and get it right. And that meant a lot to me and gave me confidence. And they were really sweet. And the script was actually really great. And I thought, you know what, this could work. I'm glad I did it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so you have a son, correct?
I have 2 sons.
You have 2 sons. Do they trick or treat in the mask in any way, shape, or form like that?
Not in the mask, but I did take them to a pumpkin patch this year. And
yes.
Caspian, the older one, spotted a ghost face, like a 13-year-old boy in ghost face. He goes, Mom, look.
Yes.
He said, go over and tell them. I was like, well, I'm not going to walk over and be like, hey, do you know who I am?
I'm Sidney Prescott. I've got a gun.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that movie. But, that.
But it does mean something to people. Like when I open my door at Halloween and there's a ghost face and they see me, it's kind of
come on.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice for them.
That's the treat, I imagine. That's the treat part of it. Oh my gosh, that would be kind of wild to do something like that. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.